So right away, as you can see, I'm highlighting code and a cipher. So quick difference between a code and a cipher. First of all, generally speaking, modern day, everyone confuses the two. A code and a cipher, they just easily just interchange one or the other. They're not the same thing, technically. They're really different, but they're used for similar reasons, meaning they're used to hide messages or information, or to hide it, or to conceal it, or to have a different way for you not to see the message. And the reason why you do this is just because it's important. Normally, you don't take a message and you make it to a code or a cipher and then you send it to someone. I mean, you could do it just for fun, just because you just want to play. But normally, in a serious aspect, it's always because whatever you're sending is very important. That is the only reason why you want to hide it. And if it's very important, you don't want someone else to intercept the message. In other words, if someone else does intercept the message, that person or whatever the system is will not be able to read the message. That is the main idea behind this. That's the whole point. And this was famously done through military. Military was the #1 users of codes and ciphers, always. And military is the highest level of intelligence, highest level of warfare, highest level of code and ciphers. Okay, so code, in a very simple way, if you look here, codes substitute. Okay, they change arbitrary symbols, like typically letters or numbers, for components of the original meaning. In other words, you guys know what the Morse code is? This is a perfect way to look at it. They basically change the letters to these little dots and lines, right? That's all. It's just basically this line with the dot is N, and so on. I'm not a Morse code professional, but the concept is, why is it a code? So the best way to look at it is all you do is you're completely substituting or changing the letters to another value. It doesn't have to be these. It could be anything you want it. So when you read the message, you don't get it. But so you need to know how to decipher the code. In other words, you need to have this little key. Okay, you need the deciphering key. Okay, that's going to be important, what I just said there. Okay, the deciphering key. Okay, very important. Okay, so very simple. All you're doing, you're substituting the letters to something else, numbers, dots, whatever. That's it. Okay, a code. So the 19 code, like they used to say before the Quran, was they changed the Arabic letters to the abjad numbers. So alif was 1, ba is 2, jim is 3, dal is 4, like the number 4, and so on. So they would change the letters to numbers. You get it? So that makes it a code. It's not a cipher. So what's a cipher? A cipher is basically, so here's the general meaning. So ciphers use algorithms to transform a message into an apparent random string of characters. Now, this is very different. So in other words, and this is one way. There's so many ways to look at it. Okay, so ciphers, in another way, is basically, like, let's say here's the message. This is a message right here. Okay, oops, Control C. You could do, there's many types of ciphers. Okay, there's many types. So here you have some words here. You can take the algorithm. You can take this part, put it here. Take this part, put it here, and put this part, put it in here. It kind of looks no longer, and this part, I forgot what this is. Let's just take this. Oops. I forgot what I screwed it up. Let me just take that and put it here. Now, so if you look here, it doesn't look like the same message anymore, right? I just totally screwed it up, right? I just like randomized everything, right? It's not in the original order. You just imagine I did all this wrong, okay? Like something like this. You're like, what is this table? Well, we made, we have not mayor, etc. Nothing makes sense. You see that? I just switched everything. But if I have this little deciphering key, Like it will say, take position here and put it here, take position here, put it here, take position here, put it here, and then you would be able to read it. You guys get what I just did? That's a cipher. I'm giving instructions of what needs to be done to reposition everything into its place. Cipher, what it just did, it uses like an algorithm or some sort of a instructions what to do in order to read it. Whereas code, all you did is just change every individual thing into another thing. All you need is what is the value of each thing. That's it. Okay. And there's all types of ciphers. One I just told you is one related to the Quran, but there's all types of ciphers. Like right now, our computers uses a combination of code and ciphers, but mostly everything is ciphers. The security system is cipher based. It's not code. It's a cipher. That's why it's called a decipher. You decipher it.